Alright, welcome Spawn and Spawnettes to a new Let's Play. This game is called Game Dev Tycoon. It is like a business manager simulation type game where you make video games. And I'm all about that. This is a game that I played a lot a while ago. It's one of my favorite games, and it looks like it got some updates, so I thought I would check it out and invite you guys along for the ride. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Let's get started. The name of our game creation studio is going to be Demon Breed Studios. Pretty excited for that. There we go. Can't forget your caps. Alright, let's see. What do we want our guy to look like? I think that's my favorite hairstyle. We're going to go there. And there we go. Black pinstripey shirt. I'm all about that. Okay. We are going to unlock all the hints that I've unlocked in previous games. There's lots of good information there. So let's see. Let's develop a new game. Let's pick a topic. We've got fantasy, aliens, surgery, and post-apocalyptic. Fantasy is good with everyone and mature. So we're going to go there. A fantasy RPG for our first one. It's a classic. And then, actually, I guess we're going to go back and we're going to change to an adventure game for the G64. Can we do that? That'll work. All right. Our fantasy adventure game. What do we want to call our fantasy adventure game? This is the problem that I have the most often during Game Dev Tycoon, is finding new game ideas. Or not game ideas, game names. For a fantasy adventure game, let's just start simple. This is, you know, the early 1980s. We'll call it Knight's Quest. Excellent. We're going to go 2D graphics. And then we're going to start developing our game. We're going to get design points and technology as we go along. I have done a lot of this, so I get these marks down here that say whether or not something is important for this kind of game. So obviously story and quests are super important for a fantasy adventure game. Gameplay, not as important. Engine, not important at all. So we're just going to drop that all the way down. We're going to focus totally on the story and quests for our game. Alright, and as you can see, we start out in the garage here. As you progress through the game, things get more and more advanced. You just become, you know, a bigger and bigger studio. You can hire more people. There's all kinds of cool stuff going on. Bam, world design, super important. Graphics, kind of important. Sounds, not important at all. Alright. And that really kind of makes sense. You think about, you know, the things that a lot of people will find important in a video game. And there we go. All our bugs are rubbed out. We got 14 design, 10 technology. I'm not 100% sure how that is for the first game. We're getting some decent experience rolling in here. This is just how good your entire studio is at doing these kinds of things. Each individual coder has their own experience that levels up individually. So we're going to release the game. Excellent. Create a game with a good topic genre combination. I'm happy about that. And then, let's see. The first reviews for our newly released game, Knight's Quest, came in. How did we do? We've got a 7 out of 10. Another 7 out of 10. I can deal with that. Excellent. 3 out of 4. Pretty excited so far. And, alright, straight 7s for our first game. That's not bad. I'm very pleased with that. Just released their first game. The game received favorable reviews. With such a good start, Demon Breed Studios are sure to gain fans quickly. I like that. Lots of fans. Means we're going to make lots of money. We definitely want to generate a game report. This is something you can do after every game. It helps you gain insight into what kind of combinations are good, focusing on what areas of the game are important. So we're definitely going to do that, and it's also a great way to... We made it in the charts at number 28 from our first game. It's pretty awesome. You gain extra research points as well. It was so successful, we now have 38 fans. That was a great way to start the game. I'm super happy that that went that well. Excellent. 10,000 units sold in 2 weeks. We made a crap load of money right away. Post-analysis release of Knight's Quest. Level design, not important. And that was all that really could be found from that. So let's see. Let's get a new one started. Let's do some post-apocalyptic. Something post-apocalyptic with, let's see. If I remember correctly, strategy works pretty well on both of them. Okay. I guess a surgery strategy game? No. Aliens. Aliens and strategy. We're going to go with that. I'm curious to see how this goes. Our alien strategy game. Lines of Zenobia, I guess. Because with strategy you have like the squares and its lines and stuff. That's my reasoning. We're gonna run with it. Again, 2D graphics. I have definitely noticed you want to. Ooh, gameplay is super important. Story quests, not as important. Engine, kind of important. There we go. Because you think about like a strategy game, the mechanics of the game are very, very important. The story and the quests for a strategy game, not as important. But then you look at, for instance, StarCraft, an alien strategy game. Great story, in my personal opinion. So I guess there are just some outliers in that kind of idea. And we can kind of keep a track of our other game, Knight's Quest here. It's continuing to sell as time goes on. But like a lot of games and everything, over time its popularity drops off. People have played it, they've enjoyed it and everything. It just becomes not as important or not as popular. So the sales start to drop off. We got to make a new game. It's now off the market. It sold 28,000 units, generating $200,000 in sales. So now we've got Lines of Zenobia that's going to be coming out here in just a minute after we debug the game. There we go. Debugged. 12 and 9. Not as great. Not bad, but not as great. We are going to get that experience bonus for having a new combination and topic and everything. You'll see everything stays relatively equal for the most part. Way later in the game, you'll start to specialize in new topics and combos. Like, for instance, you'll become effectively a fantasy studio, just known for that. And that'll be what you're good at. Come on. All I want to do is generate game report. Excellent. That's what I was looking for. First reviews came in. They're not going to be great. I'm anticipating 5s and 6s. Oh, a 7. Wow, I was not anticipating that, obviously. There we go, the 5. That's more where I was figuring things were going to be. Because again, I got a 12 in design and a 9 in technology. Alright. We've got this game report coming in. We'll see how it goes. Govidor G64 is steadily outselling competitors in the PC sector. Consumers prefer the lower price, greater availability, and the flexible hardware configuration over other home computers. A good thing for you guys to keep in mind if you ever play this game, this industry news, this follows how it actually went in real life. So the G64 is going to sell pretty well for a while, and then the PC is going to beat it out. And then home consoles are going to be released. And they're going to be incredibly popular. Handheld systems are going to make a surge and then go away, and etc., etc. Experts say this might spell the end of competing hardware manufacturers. That's what they think right now, and this is, again, this is in the 1980s. I'm sure at the time they thought that the Commodore 64 was going to outsell the PC, and then it didn't. So if you know your actual history of the game industry, let's see, dialogue seems to be not important for this type of game. So that's something I can keep in mind for later if I ever make an alien strategy game. And it is a good combination. Good to know. So yeah, if you know that the history of the game industry, you can use that knowledge in this video game to do even better. Alright, this time around, I definitely want to make a post-apocalyptic game. Some of my favorite games are post-apocalyptic. I'm wondering how a post-apocalyptic action game. How do action games? Action games do okay here. They're only 2+. They're not 3+. You kind of want to aim for those 3+ combinations, but there's only so much you can do, and kind of like in real life, I guess, do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. It may not lead to the most successful games in what you're doing, but you have more fun doing it. So for a post-apocalyptic action game, fudge. Something about dust, because of radiation and whatnot. Dust storm. We'll go with that. You guys are going to get a great insight into some of how my brain works and how I name things and whatnot. So let's, I guess, put that there. Well, there. There we go. I'm pleased with that. We'll set it there. We'll see how our points all go. Action games need great AI. Think of, for instance, Devil May Cry. The AI in that game, super important. Dialogues are not as important in the Devil May Cry games. Maybe that's just my personal opinion. Alright. Keep ticking along, generating those points. Graphics, super important. Sound, kind of important. World design, not so much. I like it. Gives me things to focus on. We'll see how it goes. There we go, 10 and 12. Not great. Not terrible. Ninvento is planning to launch its very own gaming console. Ninvento is known for the widely successful arcade game Dinky King. So there's no, outright copyright infringement in this, which I think is hilarious. Obviously it says Ninvento instead of Nintendo, or Dinky King instead of Donkey Kong. So, like I was saying, Ninvento is getting ready to launch their home console system. And that happened in real life too. Many industry experts doubt that home gaming consoles will take off, but are eager to see what Ninvento will deliver. Little do they know how exorbitantly awesome it's going to end up being. Alright, so we've got 10 and 12. New record for technology. Very cool. It means we'll probably get, I'm guessing 6s, maybe 6s and 7s. Like I said, I played a lot of this game. For how simple this game is, I have 23 hours on this game on Steam. So I would like to think that I have a decent idea of how things are going to go. Reviews for Dust Storm for our apocalyptic action game. 5. Harsh. So we may not do great on this. I thought it was going to be better. Oh wow, we got 7 from Game Hero. They're usually kind of harsh, but whatever. Okay, 3 5s and a 7. Not great, not terrible. I've seen worse, I've seen better. I'm trying to remember. Oop, there we go. I hit my 50 research points. I've just finished Dust Storm and I'm impressed by your talent. I'm in the contracting business and we could use skills like yours. If you're ever short on cash, just let me know and I will see if I have some work for you. So this is a guy who will give us effectively like little quests. We have to hit certain design and technology. Let's see, world design is not important, artificial intelligence is very important. Some of that we kind of knew. But that guy who does the contracts, I have to hit 2 design and 12 technology in 5 weeks. And I'll get 14,000 bucks. For where we're at right now, that's not something we want to do. We want to make a custom game engine. That is what we want to do. Super excited for being able to do that. It takes time and money to be able to do it, just like you would see in any other game industry. But as soon as you do that, it really improves the quality of your games, what kind of tech you can put into your games, things like that. So we have the TES. I'm not sure what the acronym for that is. The console features cartridge-based games and a uniquely designed controller. So you can probably see it looks just like the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System. Alright. So I've just finished researching that Ninvento has just come out with their home gaming system. I'm going to call this a pause for this Let's Play. I hope you guys enjoy it. I know I am super excited to show you guys this game. I have a lot of fun with it. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe if you guys are having a good time, and check out the rest of the Azel the Demon brand at Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. Lots of good information and content on those platforms. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.